Okay guys, so I just want to show you my outfit. Me and Chanel is going to, actually I'm just taking her to the mall. My leg is so painful after my walk earlier this morning, but I promised to Chanel that we're going out today kasi wala talaga siyang like gala kapag weekdays. And then yeah, this is just from TikTok shop. I really love it. Like I didn't expect a lot from it, but the fabric and the cut of the pants is impressive. I'm wearing my Crocs. Yung, I don't know if I showed it to you guys, but I just got this parang Brooklyn something, and my bag from TikTok as well. So yeah, I'll tag you guys along. And yeah, there's my bookshelf. So see you bye bye.
97.1. My
This vlog won't be my vlog if wala tayong yapping session for today's video. And don't mind my messy hair because humiga na ako and all because I had to charge the phone first. But for today's yap, I've listed here like the things that makes me happy. And I don't know, for some reason when I talk about things that I love, it genuinely brings a lot of joy and a lot of good energy for me. So I wanted to share it with you guys, and if you are interested, then keep on watching. I love being a reasonable materialist. So I was not a reasonable materialist for so long, but since I have started living alone, I feel like I own up my life already, and super like malalim yung meaning sa akin ng like consuming and all, because I just noticed that when I started really doing shit that I love, hindi ko na masyadong like naiisip na bumili lang ng kung ano-ano. You know, like I really have criteria on what are the things that I should be buying. I still love shopping, but really intentional. So going back, I love being a reasonable materialist, and I make sure that whenever I buy something, it fits in either of my two criterias. First criteria is it should be pretty and functional item. And knowing me, I really have preference on things. May it be in what I wear, may it be on what I buy as furnitures, the color itself. I do have preferences, and that's something that I really love about living alone. You get to choose really mga, even like kung anong utensils yung gusto mo, you can pick those, and I'm super particular on that. I don't just buy mindlessly basta lang may magamit akong utensil. I love my current furnitures right now. Like I recently got my dining table, which is a very very good example of how I say pretty and functional. I like to look at things and know that they are pretty, and also I know that I can use them. That includes yung mga items ko dito, like yung microwave, my air fryer, and even yung lagayan ko ng like yung organizer ko ng mga knife and other kitchen utensils. I made sure that I really find something that's fitting my aesthetic. So I think my aesthetic is more of like mostly black and beige, and more of like the retro. But hindi ako yung retro na medyo experimental, like yung mga greens and all. I like it beige. like yung parang mga diner kind of things. And I like na they serve as decoration, but it's not technically just decoration, if you get what I'm saying. So second criteria is it has to have a feature that will make my life easier. So one of the best example here is my brewmate era tumbler. So I'm the kind of person na hindi ako addict sa tumblers, unlike other people, di ba, na marami silang collection, they try every brands. I just have my preference, and I don't care dun sa mga tao na gusto nila mag-collect. It's their money, it's their life, then go for it. I'm just saying. So I only buy tumbler if the other ones are broken, and most likely nasisira lang sila kasi nababagsak ko. Kagaya nito, kakabili ko lang nito guys like few months ago, and nabagsak ko na siya. So you can see may curve na siya dyan, and it's not the most affordable tumbler out there, but I've been eyeing on this I think since COVID pa, and wala akong mabilhan kasi sa US lang sila cater before, but I'm so happy na available na siya ngayon sa Philippines. Actually, fitting pa rin to sa aesthetic ko because I really love black in all of the items that I have at home, and I love that it's fully black. Even the straw, like it's so chic. So it's straw, so it's prone to spill, lalo na sa akin na super, alam niyo na, super clumsy ko, but it will not spill because it has this something that you can twist. So when you twist it like that, that's the time that you can sip on it. Yung mga extension cords ko dito, since I have a lot of electric items, I make sure na meron silang switch. Like, it gives me so much happiness. Like, super random, di ba? Pero I really love switches and extension cords. Like, you can just plug in the appliances and you don't have to unplug and plug it whenever you need to use it. Because, girl, it has a fucking switch. And it's like a game changer. So yeah, I think to sum it up, I really love functional things and, you know, simple innovations in items that I have that really makes a lot of difference, especially if I use them every day. Speaking of things, shits that I love, I've been loving this iced Americano from No Brand. Parang naka-tetra pack siya na 2 liters, and I've been raving about it. Anyway, so yeah, and it's super cheap lang, parang under 300 lang siya. And kapag bumili ka ng iced Americano sa mga cafe, it will cost you 200 plus for a cup of iced Americano, and it's not even like a great kind of like yung timpla nila, but this one is just enough. It's not bitter and it's not too sweet, so just a balance of both. Anyway, moving on to my caffeine addiction. Second thing that brings me so much joy is looking at reviews and analyzing if it's worth the try, somehow testing my judgment. I love when, like, generally in life, I wanted to know what to expect, but at the same time, having that element of surprise pa din. Like, for example, whenever I visit coffee shops, I look at reviews. And wini-weigh ko siya. Kasi iba-iba naman tayo. Like, reviews are just, you know, to give you what to expect a little bit. And I try to investigate. Diba? Parang super, I don't know, like, it's just me and my complicated personality sometimes na, okay, nakita ko na sabi nila hindi daw masarap yung coffee, na super like ganito daw and ganyan, unless it's like about customer service. Parang yun talaga yung ano sa akin, parang it's non-negotiable. Kapag ang daming reviews about bad customer service, if the customer service is not great, that means the management is not great. Maybe they're not treating their staff fair. So of course, the staff is kind of like resentful to the business, and of course it will reflect on their service, on how they, you know, treat their customers. I think it's just, for me, a domino effect of a bad brand overall. So yeah, if they're not taking care of their people, then I feel like what's more on the product that they are serving, maybe it's not that quality. So I don't know, yun lang ang observation ko as someone who constantly like visit places, coffee shop, restaurants. I like the thrill na parang I will, okay, sabi nila hindi daw masarap yung ganito dito, but yeah, maybe their other stuff is great. So if my gut is telling me to try it because I love the vibe, especially if it's kind of vintagey vibe, I will go for it, and then I will do my own like analysis of the place and so on. So yeah, I think it's just one thing that I do that I really enjoy. It's not just in physical establishments, even with online shopping, which is I think reviews are really vital for online shops. I look at it, and sometimes I buy things even though wala pang reviews or isa lang yung reviews. I don't know, but you can somehow, I don't know if it's just me na super sanay ko na kasi mag-online shopping. You can sense in the shop itself if they are taking care of their products and if they really know what they're selling. Mga ganon. Parang I still buy it and I will take the risk. And especially now na ang dali na lang ng returns, you can easily, like, if you don't feel like keeping the item, I think it's really easy to send them back. Moving on with the collecting books for my TBR. I just love researching great books recently because I don't know, like, I think books are an investment. When I was a kid, I really dreamt to have like a library in my house. I'm not like a big reader, like classics, novels, and overall, but I just recall when I was in grade school, kasi sa mga public school, the books are just being borrowed. So parang in the start of the semester, they will hand you out the books, and after the day that it was handed out to us, right after I go home, natatapos ko agad yung entire textbook, binabasa ko na siya, especially yung mga reading kind of books, 'di ba? Kasi may reading, writing, if you guys can relate pa. I don't know kung ganun pa rin yung textbook in this generation, but nung time namin, like, may mga ganun, and I would usually read it already. So and I'm super small when I was in high school, grade school, so I really don't like to bring big bags because it hurts my back and I feel like I can't walk because if I'll be carrying a big backpack, it's almost like carrying something that's bigger than me. Kaya I wouldn't bring my books, and even though I don't have my book and then we're asked to read it, I'll just borrow my classmate's book after she read it, and then I just have to rescan it because I remember the story because I already read it at some point. And that always reminds me that I have a love for reading. And maybe it wasn't just rekindled because life happens. Next is preparing my dog's meal. I love doing this for some reason. Like, I'm the type of person na hindi ako mahilig magluto. And whenever I have guests in my apartment, it's very rare that I will serve a meal. Mostly we will order takeout, or I'll just whip something like an egg or whatsoever. But I'm not the type of person na parang yung host talaga. Usually serve them like cocktails, coffee, yun talaga yung forte ko, but not meals. Like, I love to cook for myself because I love good food, pero hindi ko kayang magluto like for other people. Yeah, I feel so tired doing that, and knowing the socialization when someone's coming over, I have to prepare my social anxiety for that, and adding up like cooking all the dishes, it's not gonna make me a good host. Parang bad mood na ako pagdating ng guest. Kaya, it's not really my thing. But, with Chanel, it gives me, it makes my heart so, so, so happy when I see her, like, just eating what I prepare. But I love that I know that I'm feeding her actual food. I love that I'm feeding her healthy food and she loves it. Like, she raves it. Although talagang matakaw lang din tong batang to. But, yeah. So, moving on would be grocery runs. Oh my fucking god. I think every person who lives alone loves to go grocery shopping. But for me, I have like specific. Aside from the grocery runs itself, I love to use well thought and well made grocery tote bags. To paint you guys a better picture, kinuha ko talaga to. So, I usually shop sa Robinsons grocery dito malapit sa amin. And I love their tote bags so much. I think I'll give you a tote bag lesson that you should look out for. First, the tote bag, ito yung pinaka non-negotiable sa akin. Like, it should have a long freaking handle. Why? Because when carrying a lot and there's a space in here, it makes a lot of difference. Kasi, hindi mo masyadong nafe-feel yung weight na nakaganyan. Unlike kapag ganito, and it has a tendency to fall kapag super bigat niya na. Unlike with this one. Like, hindi ko sure if nagigets niyo ba siya, pero that's like how it feels kapag maikse yung handle. Second is, it should look really, really nice. Hindi dapat tote bag. Alam niyo sa mga tote bag ng SM na parang SM, SM, SM. I love Robinsons Supermarket so much because look at this. Look at the print and the color. I have more of their tote bags. Hindi ako nag-hoard, but I always bring tote bags whenever I go grocery shopping. Like, hindi ito para lang makabili or whatsoever. I'm so proud of myself. And it's not because I'm a fucking environmentalist, but I think it's hitting two birds in one stone na rin. Because I really love their tote bags. And super hassle, magdala ng maraming plastics. And, yeah, and super spacious na rin. Diba? Like, oh my god, like, tinatamad lang akong kunin pa yung iba na nabili ko sa Robinsons. Pero super ganda. Like, and ang brand niya, meron lang dito. Which is, again, cute pa din. Diba? Hindi siya yung parang may embarrass ka na parang galing ng endorsement ng SM. But, oh my god, please SM, watch this video and improve your tote bags. Also, I love the sizes because hindi siya yung bulky, but it's very deep na it can fit a lot. And it makes it easier to carry. Besides a tote bag, something that makes me happy doing grocery would be discovering online grocery items na parang, oh my god, may ganun pala. Like, aminin naman natin na parang sa physical stores ngayon, talagang limited yung options. I don't know why this is in the bottom of the list, but of course, my morning walk brings me so much joy. I really, really love walking. Like, lately, hindi lang ako masyadong nakapag-walk kasi nasira yung body clock ko and I can't really wake up early in the morning, but I'm trying because I'm moving to a very walkable city and I really love to enjoy that, so I have to go back to my routine. So another source of my happiness recently would be watching chaotically realistic series or movies. Like I love 6 Feet Under. It's a series I think made in the early 2000s. It's just a family dynamic where it's chaotic, it has romance, it has comedy, it has a little bit of thriller. I love when it's just mixture because it gives that sense of normancy. It gives that vibe of the actual life because diba parang sa life natin it's not always romantic, it's not always just funny, or it's not always rainbows. But I love when a certain movie or series has that vibe because it's kind of like comforting. Diba? Parang kaya nila siguro sinasabi na comfort show. But now, before kasi parang mga comfort show ko is Friends, you know, just purely comedy. Diba? Sitcom and everything. But now, I've been really loving that. Like, dun talaga ako nahuhook. Like, 6 Feet Under, kakatapos ko lang siya, I think, yesterday. And super ganda niya. Like, I can't really explain, but it's so realistic and at the same time, may mga clips pa din na parang mind-blowing in a sense na you will have your own interpretation of it, and you can apply it in a lot of aspects. And yeah, I think at some point I will make like videos about those kind of series that I've watched. But basically, the plot or the setting of 6 Feet Under, family, um, na ang business nila is funeral service, like embalming and all those shit. And it revolves around the family dynamic and each of their relationships, like each of their life. And it has a lot of things. And it also touches a lot with mental health, with like depression and psychology, like those kind of stuff. It's really good, and I'm surprised na it's not so hype. Like, I researched, mataas yung rating niya, pero I don't hear it that much. Like, I just blindly selected it in Netflix and I got hooked and natapos ko siya. It's so good. Another good series is Succession. Parang ganun din siya. It mostly talks about family dynamic. I love how it captures like the effect of somehow childhood upbringing in terms of how each siblings interact with the society, with their own world when they grow up, and also their relationship with each other really reflects on how they were raised. Parang ganun din sa 6 Feet Under. Pero ito kasing Succession, parang they are like a wealthy family and it's most likely revolving around them pleasing their father to, you know, from the title itself, parang to get their family-owned company. And I love how it also talks about like, parang may mga glimpse dun about toxic masculinity, how even your own siblings can treat you like shit because you're a woman. Parang may ganung touch doon. And I love it. Yeah, I think it's so realistic in a sense that you may not experience it in your actual life, pero it has a touch of an actual human experience that makes it so interesting. Parang you're like watching a social study kind of thing. And yeah, super love that. I think if you sum up kung ano yung mga things that I love, it's mostly caters to my convenience, caters to making my life a little bit lighter, helping me in all sorts of ways, and actually understanding life in general. Happy Sunday, and I think wala akong ginawa ngayon kundi gumastos. Like, diba, nag-grocery lang tayo earlier and it's already 8 p.m. Actually, I'm getting ready to go to bed. I just waited for this to arrive because I've been waiting for this. So, I got myself a vintage tote bag because lahat ng bags ko dito, hindi nagkakasya yung other stuff ko. I wanted to bring my book and my journal, which I'm planning to do na, lalo na ngayon nalilipat ako sa different city, which is a place na ang daming park. I wanted to have a bag na kasya yung like yung books and everything na hindi rin super laki. So I tried to like find yung mga brands ngayon sa Shopee, but I really find it like I don't know, like super pihikan ko talaga sa ganun. I don't want the generic type. I searched for a bag, a vintage one, which really suits my style. And this is she. Oh my god, like so pretty. I love it. Like wala akong ganong bag na malaking ganito. Mostly yung gentlewoman lang na pang travel. Pero this is a vintage bag. I'm not sure if this is like authentic, but I don't really care because you don't see this kind of design all the time. So yeah. And it has like zipper in here. It has zipper in here. So 3 zippers. Perfect. Ang daming pwedeng paglagyan. And then and hindi siya ganun kaamoy na vintage kasi I have other vintage bags here and amoy vintage talaga sila, which I don't mind. But this one, it fits everything. Like, I think it will fit my tablet too.